What's up, guys? Sports Estimators back with another NFL video today. We're going to switch things up a little bit because we only have one game coming up. We'll still be recapping the NFC and AFC Championship games, but we'll be more so covering trending news that dropped from Mike McCarthy, named the new Steelers coach, Shedeur Sanders making a Pro Bowl, Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer, and going over our favorite Super Bowls. So I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get started with the recap of the championship games. I'll let you take over for this one.
Pats at Broncos. What a boring ass game. Bo Nix, you were for sure missed in this game. And Bo Nix, you would have had your first Super Bowl appearance if you wouldn't have broken your ankle.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this game?
Bro, this game was like you said, it was like, I feel like it started off good.
Yeah,
because that big Jarrett Stidham
touchdown?
Yeah, that big throw. Yeah. I was like excited because I was obviously rooting for the Broncos.
Yeah.
But I feel like the game just kept getting choppier and choppier. Obviously because the weather played a huge part in that, I think. But the vibes were there though because of the snow.
Yeah.
It was sick to see. Some are saying the Patriots have like the best luck with these like weather games because if you think back to the early 2000s, remember the Tuck Rule game with like the snow? It's just,
what year was that?
I think it was like 01 or 2000. Yeah,
I'd have to
I mean, I didn't watch it live, but like you know,
yeah, I'd have to tap back in though.
But the vibes were there. But as far as like entertaining game, it was a flop.
It was whack.
And obviously, I was a little bit upset about the Patriots winning.
Yeah, and honestly, bro, what upset me more was like we could have had a way better game if Bo Nix was healthy, bro. That's what kind of like
that's true.
upset me a little bit. That I was like, bro, like the Broncos would have for sure won if it wasn't for that tipped field goal, bro. Like it would have gone into overtime. Yeah, it would have been real gritty. Like,
and then that a lot of people are criticizing Sean Payton for going for it on the fourth down when he could have.
Oh my God, that play too, bro. Super early. He should have just gone for it. Even Tony Romo kept saying like, he should have gone for it.
Yeah,
should have gone for
especially in a defensive game when you know the weather's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
like, and they ended up firing the OC.
Bro,
it's like, bro, that was
like. But I mean, that's a good pickup for the Steelers now. They could go and pick them up. But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Let's get to the NFC Championship game. Much better game.
Yeah. I think this is a little peek into what the Super Bowl will look like.
Yeah.
What you think? So, what were your thoughts watching the Seahawks versus the Rams?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people, myself included, have been sleeping on Seattle's offense because they kind of proved that they're not just a defensive team. Like, obviously, that's their strength.
Yeah.
But Sam Darnold has proven that, you know, he's legit going back to last season. And the complementary pieces, like, around JSN are good, too. Like, Cooper Kupp, Rashid Shaheed, Kenneth Walker stepped up. And even their offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, who's Gary Kubiak's son, I feel like he deserves a lot of credit, too, for, like, the play calling. And, yeah, honestly, the Seahawks, I mean, not to get too ahead of it, but they're looking like, they are the favorite to win the Super Bowl. And
minus 200 something.
Yeah, pretty comfortably. I think last I checked, they were like 4.5 point favorites.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a lot for a Super Bowl. But yeah, it was a really good game. I was a little bit upset that I was pulling for the Rams. You know, that's the hometown team.
4.5, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a really good game. And then that ending was pretty crazy too with that Puka Nacua like reception, but he didn't step out of bounds.
Oh my God, yeah. Bro, even the taunting flag though.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that I was talking to our boy Nick at work. He was like, bro, that changed like the momentum for like the Rams. Like it looked like the Rams were gonna go and like
win. It did for sure,
bro. And
it seemed like it was their game to lose from that point.
I was like, the one thing I had said was don't let Rams get the ball last, and it looked like they were about to seal it off. But now it was a good game. But bro, the Rams punt returner, dog. Once it bounced off of his chest the first time, and then he was able to recover it, I was like, bro, if the defensive player just stood right in front of him, it would have bounced right into his hands.
Yeah.
And then that fool lays down missionary, and doesn't catch the ball, bro. Like that. Damn, bro. It was just the Rams had it. The Rams had it. But
yeah.
The Seahawks team, bro. Not only, like how you said, not only is their defense legit, but their offense is too. And I think this is, I mean, not to get too ahead, but the Pats offensively kind of lack little pieces. But Drake May showed us, at least he showed me, that if things don't click for them offensively, he could put the game in his hands and he could make something happen. Like using his legs, I didn't think he had that in his caliber. I mean, he kind of needed to. Yeah. Given that it was like, a snow game.
That was a good play call too.
But it was a good play. It was a good play, and I didn't realize that. And then Vrabel, bro, he knows how to he knows what to do with like the time clock. He knows how to manage the time clock. He knows how to manage timeouts perfectly. Like how you saw, like as soon as Drake May needed to run out, he took a knee. Call timeout, bro.
Situational football. Yep. Because he was coached by Belichick, so he comes from that. So, but it's. Should we talk a little bit about it?
I feel like.
Are you, as of now, not going super in depth, but like me personally, I'm favoring the Seahawks.
I am too,
and I think I actually like them to cover too. And I think hear me out. I think I could see them winning big.
The Seahawks?
Yeah.
I feel like that's everybody's prediction. But given the way I've been betting this playoff, given the way I've been betting, I have the Pats to cover. 4.5 is big.
It is for a Super Bowl.
2.5 at that. Seahawks to win by 2.5. No, 4.5. Seahawks to win by 2.5. Let's see what that gives you. Yeah. But 4.5 is a lot. And like I said, given the way I've been betting for this Super Bowl. Yeah. I think the Pats cover. Okay. Only because on offense, they're kind of sneaky. The Pats. Their running backs are good. Stevenson's been playing. It's like a running back by committee, and then Henderson, and like I said, Drake May could end up giving you something on the. Bro, he rushed for 65 yards.
Honestly, I'll be shocked if the Patriots win though.
I would too.
Because if you look, all those are good players, but it just feels like they're still too early on as a team, and then some of still young players as well. Yeah, and it just doesn't feel like it's a Super Bowl winning team. You know what I mean? Like the Seahawks, it's you could see it. Yeah, but.
Because if you only score, or if you only win by 3 points to a backup quarterback, what do you think Sam Darnold's going to go and do to you? Yeah, with JSN, with Plus,
we've talked about how easy the Patriots' schedule has been. No Nico Collins against the Texans. The Patriots haven't looked too convincing. Their defense has, but offensively they've kind of just done just enough to win games. Yeah, and they still haven't played in this playoffs a defense as good as the Seahawks. I mean, the Broncos have a really good defense, but I mean, those conditions of the game, it was kind of, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of being harsh on the Patriots, and partially, at least for me, it's of the bias because I don't rock with the Patriots. Yeah. But I think just kind of taking that aside, I feel like the Seahawks are rightfully pretty heavily favored for this game, and we'll go more in depth next week as far as matchups, and maybe we could do player prop bets for next week too. But just kind of a little insight to how we see the games so far. But let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's talk some Shedeur Sanders making the Pro Bowl. It is as a replacement, so it's not he was the first choice. But still, real quick, let me just read off his season stats. Only completed 56.6% of his passes, 1,400 yards. Obviously, he didn't start the whole season, but 7 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. So he had more interceptions than touchdowns, and his quarterback rating was 68.1. That's crazy.
Bro, but you know what? This is good. This is good for like that younger generation that like. Cause bro, I was at work. My son goes home from school. The first thing he texts me off his iPad is, "My boy Shedeur Sanders to the Pro Bowl."
Then,
bro, I just had to laugh. Cause the younger generation does mess with him, bro. Like,
I don't understand why though.
I just think because he has swag and his celebration. Like, I want to say he's like the younger generation's like Tim Tebow. In a way.
But they're kind of like polar opposite personalities.
That is true.
Because Tim Tebow was like one of the most humble players, and Shedeur is like pretty like confident.
Yeah. So would you say like Johnny Manziel almost?
Yeah, like kind of Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
But even Johnny Manziel's game was a lot flashier and like more exciting than Shedeur's. Because Johnny Manziel would like scramble a lot and make a lot of like improv plays. And I feel like Shedeur Sanders, on like, even though he's flashy, like his personality, his game is actually pretty like conservative, like pocket passer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is kind of a weird, kind of like
style for him.
Yeah, like how his like personality, like you know how some people are like, some players are like quiet, but their game is like full of flair.
Yeah,
he's like the opposite. You know?
yeah.
Not saying he's not good. Like I think he's good, and I think he's like a NFL starting quarterback. But to make a Pro Bowl is crazy. That's some nepotism right there.
Should they have picked Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur? Or was Dylan Gabriel hurt? Because Dylan Gabriel had the better stats.
But I just feel like it's kind of hard because like Shedeur ended the season as a starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because look, these were the notable injuries that were supposed to be picked for this position, but they were hurt. Daniel Jones, Mahomes, and Josh Allen, which I guess he had a broken bone in his foot since week 16, and then he just had surgery for it. And the people,
he's built different for real,
bro. He dead ass. And then the people that went and said no were Trevor Lawrence. So I mean, if you go down the list, I guess the next team up was the Browns, and who was their starting QB at the end of the season was Shedeur fucking Sanders, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they got left with.
That's crazy.
I feel like this brings more eyes to the game, though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's kind of smart for the in the NFL sense, because Shedeur is polarizing, so that's going to attract people to like tune in to the Pro Bowl. So it makes sense in that sense, but like as far as like deserving it, that's a pretty crazy selections. It's mind-boggling.
But the NFL was full of bullshit this week, bro. Like,
that's true. That's a good way to segue to another mind-boggling decision. This time it's the Hall of Fame. Bill Belichick getting snubbed. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's crazy, bro.
You know what I think it is, bro?
People hating?
Nah, I think he's dating somebody's granddaughter.
I'm dead.
He's dating somebody on the committee's team's granddaughter, bro. And that fool took everybody out to eat and said, if I find out you guys voted for him, I'm exposing all of y'all. Bro, because that's crazy. Give me another reason as to why they didn't vote him in.
Maybe the whole like cheating thing, like the Spygate and Deflategate. Because that's like the only other thing I can think of.
Will he be the Barry Bonds of the NFL?
Nah, I think they're gonna.
They'll end up doing it.
I think that probably next year he'll get in. Because I feel like those, like some of the people that vote are petty. So they're like, obviously he's a Hall of Famer, but we're gonna make him wait. Because that happens to a lot of people in the NFL Hall of Fame. Like remember when T.O. wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is crazy. Because they actually changed the rules for him. For T.O., they said that like it's not just on the field, it's like they included like the locker room and how so that's the only argument you can make for Bill Belichick not being in it was like the cheating allegations, because he had a couple, and obviously he was a bit aloof like with the media, like he was kind of like rub people the wrong way, you know. And
then just the stuff that happened after his career, like that didn't help his case at all,
bro. But that's crazy, because as a Patriots hater, even like it just doesn't make sense, bro. That's crazy that he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Because he's arguably the best coach ever.
Yeah.
He definitely has the best resume ever.
He does.
Most Super Bowls ever. Just was dominant for like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And also he won Super Bowls as the Giants defensive coordinator. So technically he has 8 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he does have it. Yeah.
So that's like insane. But that just kind of discredits the credibility, I feel like, of those Hall of Fame voters. They should be like, I feel like it should be like public.
Everything they did this week with the Pro Bowl and the Hall of Fame, it discredits a lot of what goes on with the NFL. Like, there's a lot of sketchy shit that happens. That's like, you guys kind of pick and choose.
It's like some old white tea people way of thinking.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to stick it to them and send a message.
Yeah.
Type.
But it's like, what message do you want to send with Shedeur? Like, is it, do you love him or do you hate him? You know what I'm saying? And then with Bill Belichick is like, okay, the same. The message they're sending off is, we love him for what he did for the game, but we're not going to repay him when we need to.
Yeah, because I don't know who selects the Pro Bowl, but I'd imagine it's different than the Hall of Fame voters. So I feel like the Pro Bowl selection makes sense, like, as a business in terms of marketing, but the Hall of Fame is more so like about, I guess, like the integrity of the league,
of the game.
But it's still some crazy stories this week in the NFL. Another one that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, new Steelers coach, bro. When I found out that he was the coach, bro, I was so mad. I was like, bro, I have literally text messages of like me telling people like I didn't have like a clear cut favorite about who I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like preferably like a young offensive coach. Yeah. Like even Clint Kubiak would have been pretty cool. But I literally texted somebody, as long as it's not Mike McCarthy.
I want to say it was in ours.
Was it?
I want to say maybe.
Maybe I'll put up the little screenshot for the video of like me, what I texted. But I was so upset. I was just like, bro, like, because the Steelers, there's a lot of stability there. So I was thinking like, damn, we're stuck with Mike McCarthy for years now.
Years. But you're stuck with the same thing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
With a lot of the same thing.
Pretty much. So this was like a very like play it safe, conservative, even by the Steelers standard, because the Steelers have a history of hiring young defensive coaches in their first coaching stint, from, Mike Tomlin, Bill Cowher, and I think even Chuck Noll. So they kind of betrayed their own tradition to play it safe, even though historically they're a very like risk averse front office. But I will say, he did win me over a little bit with his press conference.
Oh my God, when I started crying?
Yeah. Because here's the thing, I didn't know he was a Pittsburgh native.
Oh, you didn't?
No. So like what I like is that he clearly understands like the magnitude of his position.
Yeah.
And obviously he knows the history of the Steelers. He was raving about like their history and the coaches that he's succeeding. And I think like, even though it's kind of similar to Tomlin in the sense of like his teams aren't the most entertaining, he still has an impressive record. Like he's won 60% of his games. Yeah. He's had success everywhere he's gone. Ultimately,
everywhere?
Initially. With Green Bay, obviously he fell off. With the Cowboys, he fell off, but he had like 3 good seasons of like 12 and 4 or 12 and 5.
It was like 2 of them.
Obviously, it like anywhere he went, it didn't end well. But I mean, that's kind of like how it goes. If it doesn't go well for you, you get fired. Yeah. So, as the head coach, I'm a little bit more optimistic because again, he won me over a bit with the press conference. I just hope he hires good offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm holding off on like completely going off on him. But something tells me that the Steelers front office either rates Will Howard highly because Mike McCarthy has a history of developing young quarterbacks, or they're planning on drafting a quarterback and having Mike McCarthy be there for his development.
Yeah.
You know, because we'll see. Obviously, he's reuniting with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's what I'm assuming, because I think Aaron Rodgers, I feel like he played good enough last season, because he definitely wasn't the problem with the Steelers last season. And I feel like he deserves another shot. But the Steelers need to be aggressive this offseason and either trade up in the draft and get a receiver like Mekhi Lemon out of USC, who I really like, or trade for a big free agent wide receiver, maybe like a AJ Brown.
That would be funny to see.
He stays in Pennsylvania.
But AJ Brown and DK, bro, like two ultimate crash outs. Oh, that'd be kind of ugly real quick.
That'd be sick though.
I
mean, that low key, if you think about it though, the Steelers have a history of really good receivers that were kind of edgy, like going back to Plaxico Burress, Antonio Brown.
That's true.
Santonio Holmes a little bit. So, I mean, obviously AJ Brown is a reach. I don't think it'll happen, but I feel like they need to make that type of move because it doesn't matter the coach that they hire. That offense just doesn't have enough talent for the Steelers to be a contender.
It doesn't. Yeah.
So they need to be, if they're going to be conservative with this coaching decision, they need to be aggressive with the players that they pick up either in the draft or, you know, sign in free agency.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at first I was like, F this dude, but like I hate this move, like F the Steelers. And I'm sure a lot of Steelers fans were agreeing, but at least for me, I'm like, all right, let me chill out for a bit, give the guy a chance after that press conference. So we'll see. Anything you'd like to add as a Cowboys fan? He's coached your team too.
I hope he gets more liberty to do what he wants, because with the Cowboys, obviously, like he has some restraints of like
because of Jerry Jones.
Because of Jerry Jones, the front office, like things probably didn't go well because of that. He probably bumped heads with them, and like how you said, he is a Pittsburgh native. His dad owned a bar in Pittsburgh. Like, I want to say his uncle was something for the firefighters as well, or somebody in his family. But it'll be interesting to see what he'll do and what he'll develop. Do I wish him the best? Not really, because of how he left our team. He left us in the mud. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. He just didn't. Like, is he gonna run the offense? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm like. Kind of.
What's gonna happen? Because
I don't think Arthur Smith is gonna be the OC next year. So we'll see who he brings in.
Yeah.
But yeah, a guy 60% of the games he's won. He actually had 3 12-5 seasons with the Cowboys. It's just that last one that he ended 7-10.
Dak was hurt that year.
Yeah.
So you just have to build good people. They have to draft well. Like everything that you said is right. It's true. Because he will develop good players. Yeah.
So we'll see. It's not like, again, it's not the pick that I think most Steelers wanted. But I still have hope.
Right now, though, I want to say the NFL's coaching wise is like going through a transition period where like they're starting to trust younger guys. Yeah. So everything that you said is valid because it is a safe pick.
It's because everyone's looking for the next Sean McVay, the next Shanahan, like that young offensive like genius or whatever. Yeah. Even Mike McDaniel, even though it didn't end well, like that's a great pickup for the Chargers.
Bro, but with the Chargers, he's about to go crazy.
Yeah, he is.
I feel like
Omarion Hampton, bro, he's gonna go crazy.
He is.
But another thing too about the Mike McCarthy thing that I think it kind of makes sense. There's a lot of pressure on that Steelers head coaching job because of who you're replacing. So it would have been a tall task for them to hire a first-time head coach. You know what I mean? With Mike McCarthy, he's more experienced. He's won a Super Bowl. I feel like there's still pressure, but because of like everything that he's went through, I feel like he's better equipped to deal with that pressure as opposed to like a first-time head coach. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
So I think it also makes sense in that way too, but
especially right now with like the whole social media thing, like Mike Tomlin he was there during like this whole social media era, but like he got more praise than like It was barely within the last couple of years where like people were talking about him. Like,
Yeah.
get him off the team.
Yeah.
And like,
That's true.
bro, the lineage, your guys' coaching lineage, like goes back 30 years
Yeah.
almost, where you guys have only 3 head coaches, bro.
That's
3.
insane.
So it's like, how long will Mike McCarthy last in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I give him
At least
5 years.
I was gonna say at least 3, and that's assuming like he does like even if he's bad, he'll get 3 years
3?
at least.
Minimum, yeah. I
You
say
know?
5.
If he does like okay, he'll get like even more. I
Yeah.
feel like, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Be interesting to watch.
But speaking of Super Bowls, because the Steelers have the most, tied for the most.
Tied for the most.
You want to go over our personal favorite Super
Yeah.
Bowls?
Let's go over them.
You want to start off or me?
I could start off. Let's see. One of my favorite Super Bowls growing up. It's kind of one of the early ones that I do remember watching. Was the Super Bowl in 2008. What Super Bowl is this?
42?
Super Bowl 42. With the New York Giants beating Tom Brady's Patriots. This game is infamous for the helmet catch. Wide receiver David Tyree catching that ball on the helmet of the Patriots defender. What do you like about this game?
This one made my list too. I actually didn't watch this game live because this was the year before I got into football.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
one of the reasons why it's my favorite is because of the narrative surrounding the game and also the hype. Because even though I wasn't into football, I remember hearing about this game, and I remember in school everybody was talking about it like the Patriots undefeated, the Patriots undefeated, and I think I had to go to like a soccer tournament or something, so I didn't really like tune in at all. But I just remember seeing like giant upset as like the headline for like online somewhere, and I was like, oh shit, they actually won. But this is a crazy game because it's one of the like top 5 biggest Super Bowl upsets. The spread for this game, the Giants were plus 12.
Damn.
Yeah, because the Patriots were undefeated. That was a storyline. It's like
12, bro.
can the Patriots cap off the perfect season?
Yeah.
And the game itself was crazy.
It was crazy.
Like it was low scoring, 17-14, but that fourth quarter where the Patriots ended up taking the lead with that Randy Moss touchdown.
Yeah.
And then the Giants responding, and that whole last drive. I watched it recently, and low-key, Eli Manning could have gotten picked off like 2 or 3 different times. And then that play with the David Tyree helmet catch, he should have gotten sacked in that one, and somehow he escaped and made that huge completion. But that game, like, it's in my short list of favorite Super Bowls ever. Because the Giants were like, they just got hot at the right time.
Yeah.
They beat your Cowboys. They beat the Packers,
Rip.
Brett Favre's Packers, to make it there. It was just like a crazy, crazy game because that kind of changed like in a way, like the kind of the trajectory of like these teams.
A little bit, because they ended up seeing each other like a couple years after this.
Yeah, and I feel like
in the Super Bowl,
the fact that the Giants won this game made them more confident for the second time when they played each other.
Yeah.
And then the Patriots, like if they had won this game, they would have kept I think they would have kept Randy Moss longer.
Oh yeah.
I feel like a lot of those defensive veterans would have maybe played longer.
Yeah.
Because I think even Vrabel was on that roster.
He was on that team.
But yeah, that was one of the craziest Super Bowls.
Bro, it was crazy. Bro, but I remember Eli Manning. I used to be like, bro, this guy sucks, bro. Because he used to just sling it. He didn't give a fuck.
But he played out of his mind, though.
He did. That game, he did.
Yeah. But what's another one of your favorite
One
Super
of my
Bowls?
other favorites is the one that we will currently see. But let's take it back 11 years for Super Bowl 40. What is that? 49, right? This was 40. What the hell is Super Bowl XLIX. New England Patriots beat the Seattle Seahawks 28-24. This game is infamous for...
It is 49.
49?
Yeah.
The infamous Marshawn Lynch not running the ball in the end zone. What happened after the game? Marshawn Lynch goes, throws his cleats like how you would in the hood, and the power lines, and then announces his retirement on IG. But this game was crazy as fuck, bro. Oh my God. I remember in high school, I would lose. I would have bet the losing team every single fucking time, bro. Jesus Christ. I bet the Seattle Seahawks to win, and I thought I had it in the bag, bro. $50 in high school used to mean a lot. So I was like,
oh, damn,
yeah,
you bet $50?
I bet 50. I had the candy and chip money back then, so you know.
I'm dead.
So I was like, oh yeah, let's bet 50, let's bet 50.
This was senior year, too.
Yeah, it was senior year. So I was like, hell yeah, let's bet 50, bro. Thought I had it in the bag, and then you guys all know what happens.
That game was crazy because
it was such a back and forth game too.
Yeah,
bro.
but the Patriots made a comeback because the Seahawks were up by quite a bit.
Yeah,
and then I think Brady came back and threw for like 4 touchdowns in the second half because he was dropping a stinker at first.
Yeah,
but he came back and led them to a win. But yeah, that I feel like that Super Bowl is known for arguably the worst play call in Super Bowl history.
Like why? Why did you not just give him the ball right?
Because it was like what it was like second down, no?
Yeah, it was second down.
So there was
so you still had another chance to like be able to like, all right, you didn't get it here, like just wear them down a little bit.
It just didn't make any sense, and it was like I remember the Seahawks had just made a crazy completion too. So it kind of felt like the Seahawks were about the momentum. They were about to like it felt like there was no way they weren't going to win the game after that.
Yeah. Well.
And once he got picked, everybody was just like shocked. Like I remember I was like, bro, like that's crazy. Because the game was over after that.
Yeah, I damn near fell to my knees, bro. Like I was like, no.
Like if you looked at the win probability, it was probably like Seattle like 80% to like 0.
God. Yeah, no, it was probably at 99% right there. But yeah, Marshawn Lynch, bro, just using to run in the end zone, bro. But ultimately,
that was one of the best Super Bowls though.
Yeah,
it's not one of my personal favorites because the Patriots won, but yeah. But
what's one of yours?
My favorite Super Bowl ever is actually Super Bowl 43, and this is the first Super Bowl I ever watched. And of course, it's because the Steelers won that one, 27-23 over the Cardinals. But even though it's my personal favorite, I think it has an argument to be the best Super Bowl ever because you had the James Harrison 100-yard interception touchdown return.
Oh yeah,
just before the half.
Yeah,
that was kind of like the who was it? Malcolm Butler, interception in a way because like the momentum. It seemed like the Cardinals were about to take the lead heading into the half, and then it took a crazy interception. But the difference is Harrison took it all the way for a touchdown. That was crazy, and the Cardinals made a comeback in the fourth quarter, and you thought like I remember thinking that I was pretty relaxed because the Steelers were up. I think it was like 20-6 or something like that at one point. So it felt like the Steelers were in control of the game. But then in the fourth quarter, the Cardinals made a comeback, and I think it was a couple of Larry Fitzgerald touchdowns. That's when he was like, that was prime Larry Fitzgerald, where he was arguably the best receiver in the league. But of course, we all know Big Ben led them under a minute to go. One of the best catches ever in Super Bowl history. That's Antonio Holmes' touchdown with under a minute to take the lead. Like, that game was crazy, bro. I remember it being my first Super Bowl. I was, like, so hyped. And, yeah, that's my favorite Super Bowl ever. Super Bowl 43 in 2009.
I do remember watching this Super Bowl, but I remember, I don't know why, I just didn't like the Steelers. But you know what even made this, like, moment great for them? I want to say this is when that song Black and Yellow came out. Or was this a little before?
That was before. Because I think Black and Yellow was, like, 2010, 11.
Because did the Steelers make it to another Super Bowl after this?
Yeah, the 2 years Yeah, 2 years later they played the Packers, but they lost.
Oh, see, I think that's
That,
black and yellow was.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh no! So then I was not rooting for the Packers in that game, but I remember I just didn't like the Steelers for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, you're a Cowboys fan, right?
Yeah, but like, I had no ties with the Cardinals. But Kurt Warner, bro, he was dealing.
Yeah, he was. He got hot.
Jesus Christ, 377 yards,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Christ. Well, he won with the Rams.
Yeah, he's like what, top 15 QB ever?
I'd have to go back and dust off the history books.
But Larry Fitz, Anquan Bolden was on that team too.
Jesus Christ.
They were low-key loaded.
7 receptions.
But they were only 9-7 that year too. They were kind of like a surprise team, like another team that got hot at the right time.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. All right, my last favorite Super Bowl though, which is I feel like gonna be everybody in like everybody's list, is Super Bowl 50, right? 50, 60, 59, Super Bowl 50.
51, no?
51. Oh yeah, 51. Super Bowl 51. You guys know it's the ultimate choke job, where New England Patriots. Damn, are the New England Patriots in every single one of my favorite Super Bowls? Jesus fuck.
Bro, you're a closeted Pats fan.
Hell no, because I was rooting for the Giants to beat them when they beat them twice actually, because they were from the same division as the Cowboys. But the New England Patriots beating the Atlanta Falcons 34-28. Unforgettable comeback by the Patriots. Also, the incredible, I think this moment doesn't get highlighted enough because of the comeback, but the incredible Julian Edelman catch, bro. Where he goes like that, lets the ball out of his hands, and then goes and grabs it again, bro. Just centimeters away from not being able to complete the catch.
Bro, that game was crazy. And you know what's funny? I remember watching that game. I was at a friend's house, and remember how the Falcons were up huge? I literally left.
No way.
Because I was like, oh, this game's over.
Yeah.
But also, this was when I was in college, so I remember I had to finish an assignment that was due at midnight. So, like, I waited for a bit, but I'm like, oh, this game's over. And then, like, I freaking, like, go back to my apartment, and I'm, like, working, like, on my assignment or whatever. And then that's when Twitter used to be like popping for games. And like I see like people going crazy. I'm like, what the hell? And I like check ESPN, and they had like, I think this was just before the Patriots tied it. And I was like, what the like, no way they came back. Like that game was insane. But that just goes to show like how down bad the Patriots were at one point. Like I thought pretty much everybody thought that game was over. And they found a way to come back.
Bro, you don't score any more points after that, bro?
Yeah.
That's fucking absurd.
The memes were crazy. Like, I feel like I don't remember a team getting roasted that bad as the Falcons did. Like, remember all the 28-3 and like all that
bro,
stuff?
I just thank God. I thank God that was not my team. I know where you're going with that. I thank God that was not my team.
Well, it was, but it was just in the wrong sport.
That was equivalent to that though. That's
kind of worse. I don't think Cruz Azul was ever like up that much and then they choked.
No.
It was just like last minute choke for you guys. This one was bad because it's like
they had it in the bag.
Yeah,
bro. They had it in the bag. Even if they would have just scored one more touchdown after that.
And it's crazy because Shanahan was the OC of the Falcons.
He's just always gonna be a choke job. He just can't get it done. He can't get it done.
Really?
Yeah. Bro, look at even with Johnny Manziel, bro. Couldn't get it done with him.
Well, I mean, Johnny Manziel was kind of a bust, though.
Broke, but it wasn't his fault.
Johnny Manziel's fault?
Yeah. Nah, it was his fault. Who was a crazy party animal.
But yeah, those. You know what? Another good one. The following year when the Patriots lost to the Eagles with the Philly special, that was a crazy one too, because that one was more back and forth.
It was a high ass scoring game. It was like 43-30 something.
Yeah, that was one of my personal favorites.
I couldn't, bro. I can't. I couldn't. I couldn't. You know which other one was pretty good? That's like, I feel like not a lot of people talk about it enough. At least not enough yet. The Rams and the Bengals one.
That one was good, yeah.
That was pretty good.
Chiefs Eagles was good too. The first one.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
Was like super high scoring. I think it was like 38-35.
Yeah, it was a great haywash too.
Yeah. The ones that like stand out as trash was like the Rams and the Patriots.
Oh,
like,
that one was.
What was it, like 13-3?
Yeah.
It was like boring the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the Seahawks Broncos one where it was 43-8.
I like that one though. I don't know why, but I like that one.
Well, I mean, it was high scoring, so it was just kind of like,
oh my god,
yeah.
You guys are just beating their ass at this point.
Low key, we might see something similar on this one.
You think
not
so?
not 43-8, but I could see the Seahawks winning like 30-17.
40, yeah, nah, bro. Even 40, I feel like the defense is pretty. The front line is pretty good.
But I could see the Seahawks winning comfortably.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I guess we'll see. What's another underrated? You know which one I do like? I remember watching the Green Bay and then the Steelers one.
That was actually like a good game, but personally I don't like it because they lost, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one is actually kind of a bit down to the wire because I remember the Steelers had a chance to come back, and then I just remember that feeling of Big Ben not completing a pass. It was close. I think it was on fourth. Yeah, it was on fourth down. I was like, PI. I don't think it was, but like, you know, when you're just hoping something goes your way. But that was a good game.
What's another one? I don't remember watching it, but I remember the moment of it. The Colts and the Bears.
You know what's crazy? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Where what was I gonna say? Where Eli Manning won, the coach won. He was like the first black head coach to win a Super Bowl.
Eli Manning?
No, not Eli Manning. His brother Peyton Manning. It was. Peyton Manning won, and then the head coach.
You're saying first time Peyton won, and then Peyton first time Tony Dungy?
Yeah. And I remember that being like a notable moment.
Yeah.
I was in fourth grade at this time, I want to say. Oh, a long this time ago.
No, fourth. You're right.
Yeah, it was fourth grade.
I remember this is like a random ass thing, but what I remember, again, I wasn't into football, but I remember that I just remember, I think we did, my family did like our income tax that specific day. And I remember the dude like checking the score of like the Super Bowl. And like, I didn't even know what I was looking at. But then like the next day I found out, I was like, oh, that's what he was freaking looking at. That's the only thing I remember from that one. But that one was crazy because that's been the only Super Bowl where the opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown by Devin Hester.
Yeah. Damn. There have been some good moments. I wonder what the moment is going to be in this game. Because
hopefully we have one.
That is true. Because did we have one last year? No, we didn't.
No, because it was a blowout.
It was a blowout. The year before that was who?
It was the Niners and the Chiefs.
Was there a notable moment? No.
Not really. That one wasn't like super competitive.
Well, I guess the only moment last year was the cornerback or the safety from the Eagles, the interception for the pick six on
Cooper
his birthday.
DeJean?
Yeah, Cooper DeJean.
Oh, Cooper DeJean.
On his birthday. Incredible performance.
Yeah.
Crazy white boy.
Yeah. That was a big moment for them.
That definitely was.
Breaking stereotypes. A white corner.
Yeah. I just wonder if I'll ever see the Cowboys on. Because if the Cowboys go to a Super Bowl and like win it, that'll ultimately be my favorite Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah, it has to be.
I think this year. I think it's close. I think we're close. I think we're a lot closer than where we were this past season.
I think you guys still need a quarterback.
He's gonna bro. This a lot of people are saying this, and I believe it. They're saying Dak Prescott is gonna have that Matt Stafford treatment if the possibility of him going to another team. If he goes to another team. Because it's true, bro. If you look at their stats, right now, like from when Matt Stafford was with the Lions up until the point that he got traded, and Dak Prescott's same stats year to year, Dak Prescott has way better stats than Matt Stafford. Not way better, but he does beat him in like a few categories.
Maybe, but I still don't think like Stafford had a couple 40 touchdown seasons that Dak has never had a 40 touchdown season. And I think Matt Stafford had like, I'm not sure if he had a 5,000 yard season, but he had like 4,900 for sure one year.
I think Dak just had a 49,000.
It was a 49 or like 4,700.
Let me see.
I mean, Dak did finish top 3 in MVP one year.
He's gonna finish top 3 in MVP this year. He has to. 30 touchdowns. That's not bad. 45.
Oh, he's number 45?
4,500.
That's pretty good. That's not too far off from.
Passer rating 99.5. Put some fucking respect on Dakota Rain Prescott.
That's
right
not like
now,
crazy though.
Right now, put some respect on his name.
Low-key, we're kind of going off topic though because we're talking about Super Bowls and you brought up the Cowboys.
Look, league leader. He led the NFL in completions, attempts, and passing yards. Jesus Christ, the disrespect, bro. The disrespect on my boy's name. He's gonna win us a Super Bowl. I don't know if he will actually, but we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Is there anything else you want to talk about for the Super Bowls? Past Super Bowls? Any more notable moments that you want to recap?
No, I think we could do like individual playoff or Super Bowl performances next week.
Yeah.
Just to have more.
Yeah. On Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I think that's a good place to stop. Oh, speaking of the Cowboys, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
First year, he's not on the Cowboys, makes it to the Super Bowl.
Reminds me a lot of DeMarcus Ware when he went with the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
And he ended up winning a Super Bowl. But you know who's not going to have that same fate?
Who? Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons.
I don't know. The Packers are pretty good.
I want to say Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence didn't work because of Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons estorbaba más.
Honestly, though, the Packers, I'd say, are closer to winning a Super Bowl than the Cowboys.
Nope.
You don't think so?
That's not true. No. Not with Jordan Love as QB.
Jordan Love.
And defensively, the Packers are not. We aren't either, but we're going to have a good year defensively. We just took the defensive coordinator from the cornerback and DB coach from the Eagles. He's a young defensive mind, genius, as some would say. He's young, 34 years old.
Oh, damn.
And he's picking his staff. He's handpicking his staff, so
it's a lot of power right there.
Things are looking bright for the Cowboys.
You guys have a couple pieces on defense. Yeah. You still need a lot, but
we still need a lot. We'll draft. We have a lot of good capital on our draft picks this upcoming draft, so we're gonna make something out of it. A Super Bowl run. We're gonna do what the Chicago Bears did this season.
That's crazy.
I promise you.
Promise me.
I promise you.
So you're saying the Cowboys are going to make it...
The NFC Championship, bro. I told you this
next year?
Next year, we're going to make the NFC Championship, and if we don't, I'll shave my head bald. No, I'm just kidding.
I was thinking, for the next time America and Cruz Azul play, we should bet that if America wins, you have to shave your beard. And then if Cruz Azul wins, I have to grow out my facial hair.
Oh my goodness, bro. I've been trying to shave my beard, bro, but my girl won't let me.
Oh, for real?
I've been trying to. I've been trying to let her give me the dirty stash, but she won't let me.
Yeah, we should do that next time they play.
All right, we could do something.
It should be a tie.
Nah, we're going to win. You guys are in the mud. Oh my God. You're going to have to start letting it grow out. And start rolling in your face, bro. Get a good beer in.
I know, that's why it's a good bet, because I don't grow enough for it to like look cool, so I'd look kind of funny. I have more to lose, because obviously you would just look younger if you shaved your beard.
Oh my God, yeah, I know.
And bro, maybe a little bit more cachetón.
I'd have a crazy tan line. I haven't shaved my beard since like 2019.
For real?
Yeah. Like ever since then, I've just let it grow every single time.
Sheesh.
It's been a while.
But yeah, stay tuned for that. But I think that's a good spot to wrap up this NFL video. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week for our in-depth analysis of the Super Bowl preview. And as always, please like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And remember, don't quote us.
Unless we're right.
Peace.